Alrighty, we are back. Arizona State takes on Texas Tech as the Red Raiders have looked really good through non-conference. Now with an early test for Arizona State, who's ranked 24th in the country right now, Jonas. Going into week 3, thoughts and predictions on tonight's set?
I mean, you look at a team like Arizona State, and just based off history, you gotta favor them. Texas Tech, they are 3-1 through non-conference play. Their one loss being to Ohio State, but I think kind of similarly to Sam Houston State, they haven't had the same kind of test early. Their 3 wins are over the Longhorns of Texas, the Wolverines of Michigan, and then I believe their 5th and final one is over the Aggies of Texas A&M. All solid teams, not the best of the best. And Arizona State, I mean, they've been tested early. Obviously, being in the sidelines invitational, they've had a lot of tough matches. They did finish 3rd in that invitational. They got wins over San Diego State, a win over, I believe it was Tennessee to get them that 3rd place title. But we've also seen some tougher looks from them. We'll see what they're able to do.
The one loss for Texas Tech again is Ohio State in 3. They were swept. We'll see how that kind of affects tonight's week 3 game, their first game of the Big 12. Players are ready, Jonas. Let's go down to the field. Game 1, Arizona State, Texas Tech. Your pick?
I gotta go with Arizona State in this one. I mean, we haven't seen Texas Tech be that superior until like the Nasirium days, and now without Nasirium, we've seen this team struggle a little bit. They were a tournament team back in season 3 with Nasirium, got round-1'd by FIU, didn't make it in. I believe didn't make it last season. Now are here trying to make a statement, but the Sun Devils aren't an easy week 1 opponent.
And the Red Raiders actually don't have a difficult schedule either. This is one of the 3 games that we marked as actually difficult for Texas Tech. And the first goal is good for Patrick. The Sun Devils, 1-0.
Yeah, that's an early start. I mean, we have seen the Sun Devils maybe not be as dominant as we've seen in the past. Have had a couple of roster changes, but are still as threatening as ever. Crouton to Patrick puts it top right. An early start.
Early start indeed for Arizona State as again ASU out of Tempe, Arizona. Texas Tech out of Lubbock, Texas, trying to go 1-0 in Big 12 play this spring season, Jonas. But again, it's going to be a long night for both these teams. And we know Arizona State the favorite coming in, but Texas Tech have a lot to prove.
They do indeed. Arizona coming in as number 24 in the latest rankings. They, started off the list in the preseason poll, moved up to number 22, and then kind of dropped down a little bit further out to 24 again. Want to see this team really succeed. We have high hopes for them, but it's kind of, it's not up to us. It is up to them to be able to take control of their own fate. And Texas Tech, they're looking to do that exact same thing, kind of find their footing back here in the Collegiate Conference Series, and we'll see what they have in Season 5.
4 minutes to go here so far in game number 1. Texas Tech currently sitting 3-1, only loss being towards Ohio State as Crouton dropped down wild. Able to find the save for the Red Raiders. Bramble, the only player from that old all-star team at Texas Tech, where they played in the Big 12 championship game just 3 seasons ago, Jonas, in the first ever season in CCS Season 2, the Big 12 school through in the league, and since then they have been not so great. So they're trying to get back to that glory day where they are competing for a championship again.
Yeah, it will be intriguing to kind of see what they have cooked up this season. We'll definitely be kind of keeping our eye on it. As last season they fell just short of the conference tournament as they finished 3-5, as Bramble can't get that one to go through. And now a wide open look down the other way. Arizona State make it 2-0, but again the Red Raiders finished 3-5 in conference play at 9th place, just out of the top 8 and a conference tournament spot. So didn't see much of them in that regard, and this is kind of they're trying to get back on that come up.
Well, a 2-0 start to game 1's not the start that the Red Raiders looking forward, hoping for, but again, they have an easy schedule. We are expecting 5 or 6 wins and only 2 or 3 losses on almost a first. But he's turned wide by Crouton, a huge save for Arizona State.
That is a great save at that. Yeah, Texas Tech I mean, also this week they take on the Mountaineers of West Virginia. We are expecting them to get that win. Next week they take on TCU and UCF again. 2 more wins that they should be able to pick up. After that, Kansas State and Oklahoma State. You can see, if you know CCS, these aren't top level teams here in the Big 12 that they are facing. So are expecting them to have a pretty good season in conference play. When it gets to the conference tournament, which we are expecting them to make this season, that's where things might get a bit tougher.
That's got to fall. Beautiful pass, but the shot just not placed properly. Still 2-0, 2-minute warning here in game number 1. The Red Raiders again trying to make the Raiders unbeaten tonight. Middle Tennessee State got it done from the Blue Raiders. But now can Texas Tech get it done? It's 3-0.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might just be the Blue Raiders here tonight, as everyone in Arizona State picking up a goal here in game number 1. Crouton, good shot. Bramble just a little bit too far forward to make the save. Tried to pop it up above the crossbar, but just not enough time to react.
Minute 55 to go in game number 1. Now Texas Tech trail by 3 as the Red Raiders nothing in response as the Sun Devil offense been a lot to deal with. Crouton a double dunk. Couldn't put that one home. The rebound off so wide. There's the finish. 4-0.
And Arizona State just seemed to be having a field day in this one. Crouton flip reset dunk, and then we saw the bump play in front as Bramble Wilds collided, and then just a wide open look for Patrick off the follow-up. I mean, we're seeing Arizona State doesn't even look like they're doing too much at this point, Nation. They're 4 for 6 as a team. That is obviously a great shooting percentage as a unit. We need to see Texas Tech show a little bit more resistance on the defensive side.
Yeah, it just looks like SHSU all over again. There's no response. There needs to show that they can at least push back Arizona State and fight their own, which I mean, they're doing a better job than what SHSU was able to do. But again, there's just there's the bump plays are taking full control, and ASU just doesn't feel any sort of resistance. There's a fifth per ad, 108 to go. The Sun Devils putting in just a lot of work tonight, and this is just all over.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, we saw Texas Tech kind of get away with one there on that last play. Bramble was being harassed in net on the bump play, and it didn't quite fall through, but the quick turnaround immediately will get another one for Ed, but another one for the Sun Devils. They're up 5-0. It's getting out of hand early.
That it is. 1 minute to go here in game number 1, and again, Bramble, the only player on that old Texas Tech roster alongside Chermo and Assyrium, which Chermo graduated last year and Assyrium transferred to Lubbock Christian. So again, trying to carry on the legacy, but hasn't done a great job tonight so far. 40 to play. Something has to change for the Red Raiders.
Does indeed, and ultimately, you know, we knew that this was going to be a tough match for them. Easily, I think, one of the toughest matches on their schedule. The only other team that I think comes close to competing like this is Houston, who they have later on, late in the season, I believe. That's week 6 or 7, where they take on the Cougars. Here's a good look for Bramble. No! He saves his own shot. The demo was there. The shot was in, but he just can't get out of the way. But Buki will find a dunk to finally turn one in. It is not a shutout in game 1.
Well, there's some positive momentum going into game 2. You finally turn in a goal after saving your own shot. 6 seconds, so that goal does come far too little too late. This game 2 going to come up 1-0 for Arizona State.
Yeah, ultimately, it's just a really dominant look for Arizona State. You know, we did have some questions for them after seeing their performance in the Sidelines Invitational. I think it was kind of a little bit weary seeing them, you know, drop to Louisiana Tech. And, you know, I think that was one they should have won. In my opinion, Arizona State were the clear favorites to win that Invitational. They dropped early, but ultimately, this is a great response we're seeing from the Sun Devils. As soon as they get into conference play, immediately opening up with a 5-1 Game 1 victory.
They did it last season, too. They opened things up with Cincinnati, took very huge control of that series, and had the scare with TCU on opening night, but went away 2-0 that night with wins over Cincinnati and TCU, which tracked very well early on. They made the tournament, got to the Elite 8, or Sweet 16, where they lost to Colorado in round 3, but 5 minutes back underway in game 2. Arizona State trying to continue its unbeaten path in league play.
They are indeed. Crouton blocked by Bramble early. It's looking like we're going to see another early fight. You know, last season in conference play, Arizona State, sorry, Crouton just letting Buki take that shot there. We saw the Sun Devils go 1-1 through non-conference play last season. They fell in game 4 to Illinois, which was a bit of an interesting loss to kind of gauge them, and then they did beat Oregon. So it was kind of an interesting start to see how the Sun Devils were doing, and now obviously they've really cemented themselves as one of the best teams in CCS. I mean, top 25 right now, usually always seem to be in that kind of top 30 margin, but right now they are looking more and more threatening, and they're looking to establish themselves even further.
4 minutes to go here in game number 2. We remain tied at 0 so far on the night. Is game 2 has to be Texas Tech. You can't trail ASU 0-2 and expect to win.
Absolutely, you cannot, and we're already seeing them kind of struggle to get back and going offensively. They've only got one shot as of right now in this game. Patrick looking for Ebb. Will snipe it into the corner, looking for the follow-up shot, puts it middle. Patrick all the way back. Crouton pre-jumping midfield. Buki's got no boost, and Crouton will just take it himself. Wilds gets past 2, but Ebb waiting patiently, lifts it up. Bramble there to intercept past Patrick. Ebb shot off target. Texas Tech gonna move right back the other way.
3:18 to go. Bramble up the ceiling, broken up by Crouton. Set up for Patrick. Fires on target. Is good for 1.
And Buki just had no boost in the corner. Went all in for the corner boost that was not there. And Patrick kind of caught him out with just a power shot from downfield. 3:12 left to go. But Arizona State, they're looking to stay up front early and often.
3:12 left to go. We'll see if the Sun Devils lead can hold at 1 and make that 2.
Yeah, just a swift cheat up here. I mean, kind of just textbook execution here, as that one went right past Buki. You can see Wilds try and give it right to him, trying to even out that kickoff versus Crouton, and it just fell right to Ebb, who makes it 2-0. 3 seconds for that goal. I'm expecting them to keep adding on to the tally as much as I can. Buki already awkward. Crouton off the post ball from Ebb is good, and I think they just add on another. That's 2 goals in 10 seconds.
This Texas Tech defense, I mean, it's been completely broken apart. This is not the same Texas Tech I think we saw during the non-conference. They gotta figure some things out.
They do indeed. I mean, Crouton has been the great facilitator here in game number 2. All 3 goals have an assist that belongs to Crouton. Now Patrick might be looking to do that same thing. Bramble, a good 50, works up to the ceiling. Ebb looking back downfield. It will be stolen right back the other side by the Red Raiders. But again, I don't think the Sun Devils are feeling too much pressure at this point, Nation.
Not at all. I mean, you're up 3-0. You just dominated game 1, 5-1, so 8-1 in aggregate. Your only goals in garbage time, and you got to feel really great right now if you're ASU.
We'll see if they can kind of keep up this energy for the rest of conference play. That'll be, that'll be another interesting thing to look out for. Obviously, Arizona State also take on Utah this week. That'll be a fun one. Oh, it is tomorrow night. Beautiful. So that'll be a pretty fun match to watch. Arizona State, they're going to be the favorites in that one too, but Utah, we know them to have some pretty solid upsets, so we'll see if the Sun Devils can take care of work in that matchup, as this 50 almost going awry for ASU. But some more quick 50s, and immediately they're right back in control.
That fires, no good. A big save there for now, but the defense, again, trailing by 3 is Texas Tech, and you've got to find your way to at least score 1 or 2 here and give yourself some life going down the stretch of game 2, maybe into game 3 with a chance to pull this together. It's a big save, keeps the Red Raiders within 3.
Yeah, Bramble really has been trying to hold on defensively. I mean, all 3 players for Texas Tech have been trying to keep that defense intact. That's a great challenge from Bramble. Patrick can't keep it out. Texas Tech will find 1.
Patrick almost saved that ball too. It goes off the top of Crouton's card. Patrick does find a touch, and I think he owned goal. I think it was crossbar down and at least not fully in, and the own goal to put on the last touch. With 87 seconds left, it is a 3-1 lead. The Red Raiders back within 2.
And I think the thing to mention as well right now, Nation, we talked about Arizona State being in control. We've talked about kind of their offense leading the charge. Texas Tech had to focus a lot of their resources on their defense, but I think to really give the sheer statistical analysis of what we're talking about. Texas Tech, they currently have 2 shots as a team. Ebb on Arizona State has 8 by himself. Make it 9 with that one. I mean, having 4 times as many shots as your opponent just by yourself is crazy. Now Patrick might have another look. Low 50 pass Bramble. Flick high. Is anyone there? Close. Crouton there in time. Puts it low. Makes it 4-1.
And it's just a complete difference in pressure created by the Arizona State offense compared to what Texas Tech has been able to do on the offensive end. As it's 4-1, 48 seconds left, and shot category completely different. 12 to just a mere 2.
And I do love the bump play there from Patrick, going for the low 50, then playing the flick high, and then immediately bumping the final defender out, just kind of slowly bulldozing him into the side, opening up that shot for Crouton. Is now takes flight once again. Wilds off the sidewall, almost being able to put it on target to catch the defense lacking for ASU. Patrick looking for Bramble, intercepts. Bump from Buki out to Bramble. Can't really get in front of him as time ticks down. It looks like it is just going to be another Arizona State victory, and they have been playing exceptionally well in this one. Texas Tech just haven't really been able to adapt.
Not at all. 10 to play here in game number 2. The clock ticking down. That clear will do it. 2-0 will go the Sun Devils of Arizona State.
And they're looking very, very threatening as of this moment. 9-2 in aggregate through the first 2 games. And is there anything Texas Tech can do going into this 3rd game?
I mean, your offense is averaging 2 shots a game. I mean, it's hard to win when you're doing that, first off. So the offense has to come alive at probably 4 times as efficient through the rest of the series in terms of shots and pressure. They had 2 shots here. You need probably at least 6 to 8 a game to have a chance to even snipe a game off Arizona State.
Yeah, I think ultimately, we need to see Texas kind of send the house earlier, Nation. I think we need to see them get over-aggressive at this point. If nothing else is working, really start getting up and in the faces of Arizona State. If that doesn't work, so be it. But at this point, you got to try it.
4:50 to go, Wilds. Eyeing a bump finds connection. There's the first shot of the game for Texas Tech. We'll see if pressure can continue to build early on. Now, Evan a one-on-one. On target, no good. Wilds a save, rebound for Crouton off the saved wide, and a big stand early for the Red Raider defense.
Yeah, that's 2 good looks right off the get-go from Wilds, having the air dribble bump play up front to try and break through the defense of Arizona State early, then having a great save. And now Bramble, did he catch the defense out? Well, kind of, as we do see an own goal from Patrick here to make it 1-0 Texas Tech.
And the Red Raiders have already matched their Game 2 shot category total just 31 seconds into Game 3.
That is insane, to say the least. But they're on the board. Not only that, I believe they have their first lead now with that goal, but will it be gone sooner than it begins? Patrick, low reset. Bramble got a great read on a big save. Now Patrick, a bump. Crouton will float to the far side. Ebb is here, waiting patiently, trying to get it middle. Didn't get the flick. Wilds right back out to the side. Well, Texas Tech already looking better here in game number 3. Can they keep up the pace?
They have to. They're on a chance to win this thing, Jonas. And right now, the defense doing a stellar job and holding off ASU to offensively maybe a chance for a second. Couldn't put that one home, though.
Good decision from Bramble to get that boost steal, but can't quite get possession of the ball. Ebb over 1. Crouton shot saved by Bramble. Wilds right back into it. Seeing some cleaner rotations as well, it seems, from the Red Raiders. They're seeming to find each other a little bit more. Now Wild snipes it down. Crouton, big shot on Bramble. We'll be back and ready to turn it back the other way. Crouton will just go for the boost steal instead. Bramble looking to have a 50 here. Ebb, 1 touch leads it for Patrick. Wilds jumps, gets beat, shot on. Buki's there, and already Texas Tech playing much more as a team here in game number 3.
3:14 to go. ASU still trail 1, almost a chance there. Ebb fires, no good. Wilds another save. The Red Raider defense 120 ticks into game 3. Patrick up high, no good as well. Wilds will cover the clear for the Red Raiders now in transition. 1-on-1 for Ebb, the double. Couldn't get there in time for a connection. Jonas, game 3, much, much better for the Red Raiders.
It is indeed. We're starting to see some connection on the offense. The defense having some cleaner rotation. Wilds is having some good looks. Bramble still leading the squad. He's 1 for 1 and has 3 saves halfway through this game, but a little bit of danger here. Bramble will pick up another save. Buki has the clear for a moment. It falls to Crouton. Patrick pass another. Wilds needs a stop. Can't find it. Wide open look in Arizona State. Only a matter of time.
Only a matter of time. It felt like eventually they were 2 for 1, and after all the incredible saves Texas Tech was able to make, then you send the full house to midfield and you get burned for that. 2:28 to go. We're all tied as we enter the second half.
There's a beautiful pass middle there from Patrick to get it middle. Bold Evan Crouton just waiting there patiently for that pass. I knew it was coming, and they got it. Now moving into the latter half. Still 1-1 Texas Tech. Have had a much better performance to open up this game. If they can keep their foot on the gas pedal, they could extend this series, but Arizona State very much want to just end this one in 3. Have a lot more confidence going forward into conference play. That's a great sidewall pinch. Bramble takes it right back into the corner. Some good control. Crouton leaves it for Patrick. Pass another. Buki is there. Will escape for the Red Raiders. He's got the clear.
Buki, flip reset. Couldn't get back to it. Wilds in the corner, taken away by Patrick. Now ASU trying to start their counter here, but Texas Tech quickly able to break that one up. The last 100 seconds coming down the stretch here, Jonas. The shot killed there as Patrick able to find another demo, another traded demo there for Patrick. That was 2 dead for Texas Tech as a shooter. Another demo trading in midfield, and it's just demo derby out here.
It really is. We're seeing both these teams are really trying to catch their opponents off guard. Now Patrick, low boost dribble, lets Buki go by, and Wilds just eliminates her behind. Now F takes out Wild on the far side. It's going every which way. Patrick might have a beat that. He does. Crouton was searching for Wilds to create an open net. Couldn't connect on that demo. Patrick going middle. Wild secures it right back into the corner. And now we're into the final minute. It is getting chaotic. It is getting physical. Who knows who's going to be able to secure this game?
This is not search and destroy. We're seeing trade. It's like the 4th trade of the dang game. 48 seconds to go, though. Game number 3 still level at 1.
Yes, indeed, Eb. Some good patience here. Tough to get height on this attempt. Bramble takes out Patrick. Buki. No double here. It's going to fall to Crouton. The 50 is up. Patrick right on it. As Crouton lunging for Bramble towards the corner. Eb might be beat. That he is. Pass middle. Looking towards Buki. Not there. As Patrick right back into the corner himself. Final 20 now. Bramble looking upfield for Wilds. Eb lurking off the backboards. Goes Wild. Gets it over Crouton, but nudges it too far across.
8 to go. Bramble to midfield. Couldn't get a nice pass across as Eb will cover back to midfield. Block shot opportunity there for ASU. A demo sets us to overtime.
We got to look at the demo count after this game because this is absolute insanity. But off the kickoff, does Patrick have the open end? No, he puts it wide. He bumps out Wilds. The net is open. It's taken away. Ball from Eb is high. A nice touch from Bramble right back to the sidewall. Texas Tech somehow escaped. That's a big challenge from Crouton. Bramble will once again sweep it away.
I think we're at 13 demos right now. I could be wrong. I think we're at 13, though, here in overtime so far in Game 3.
Yeah, it has been a really physical game. I mean, it wasn't this way in the first half of the game. It looked very, very clean, but now kind of as tensions are ramped up, it looks like both these teams trying to get that extra edge with the demo. We'll see who it's able to favor. Patrick, a little bit of bumps on Buki. Eb fires. Bramble makes the save. He's got no boost still. Finding another. That's his 5th save of the game.
53 seconds so far in overtime right now. Almost played a full another minute of OT. As Game 3 is very important for Texas Tech to extend this series. 5 more minutes. It's almost caught on target there. Almost the game winner for the Red Raiders.
That was a great clear from Bramble. Eb running out of room to work. That's a miss there. Crouton left by his lonesome. Buki misses the shot, forces Crouton to jump. Eb will turn it away. That's a big miss from Wilds. Patrick has possession, has the air dribble, can't put it on target. He's looking for the bump. It falls to Crouton. Off the corner, back to himself. Buki in a tough spot. It'll fall again to Eb. Shot far side, saved away from Wild. Texas Tech hanging on.
And honestly, Jonas, it really feels like Arizona State's due to score here soon. This is like any second. It could be a Sun Devil goal to end this thing. And a pre-jumping Patrick couldn't find a connection. Bramble left alone for Wilds in trouble. It's the Red Raider defense as they will find a clear almost 2 minutes into overtime.
Yeah, we're going to need to see one heck of a counterattack from the Red Raiders. I think that's the only way they're going to be able to win this one. But Ab has some great control. Buki, that's a nice stop. Bramble has boost, picks up the 100 in the corner. Now in a 1v3 offensively. Does he have it? No. Patrick shuts him down just in time. Wilds off the sidewall. Now Buki into the corner. Bramble forced to retreat in Texas Tech. They're going to have to go back to play defense once more. No. Wilds. Big 50. Patrick is awkward, but able to make the save.
Another half has come and gone here in overtime so far. 2.5 minutes already have elapsed in the extra period as ASU still holding well with Texas Tech with a 2-0 series advantage. So if things do go south here, they are A-OK heading into Game 4.
It is an incredible battle between both these teams right now. Ebb has 9 shots to his name. He's 1 for 9 at that. But already just seeing the fierce amount of pressure. Patrick, mind games one. That's a big double commit there. Bramble gets into the sidewall. Got a little bit of help from Wilds. Crouton, no boost. Wilds misses. Ebb in a great spot here. Bramble needs to meet him. Will find the save out into the corner. 3 minutes now gone. Patrick looking for 50s. No good. The boost is stolen. Buki has a little bit of space to work, but it's shut down.
Wilds to midfield here. Easy save for Ebb off the corner. 3:18 so far as a left an open look, but no good. It's Patrick able to put that one wide. With a beautiful, at least, opportunity for the Sun Devils to put the game away, but couldn't quite close it out there.
We'll see if they still can. Buki puts in middle. Wilds all the way back. Bramble towards the sidewall, trying to stay as close to this play as he can. Able to shake off Patrick, but now Wilds is demoed. Ebb leaking upfield. He's got no boost to work with. Buki will have the clear there. Crouton, one touch. Bramble looking for a moment to challenge. No, we'll just leave it for Wilds. Out over to Patrick. Reset off the backboard of Bramble. Good clear out. Ebb next in line. He's 50. Will stay on it. 4 minutes gone. And it looks like this game will never end, Nation.
The goal's coming right here for ASU. They've got full boost control. Texas Tech gets nothing, though. They do have a transition inbound right now. If they're at Raiders, maybe Wilds creates something here. Bramble now boost favoring. Oh, there's a pinch on target, but Buki back in time for the Red Raiders to find a save at Arizona State quickly. Able to adjust the pressure. 4.5 so far off the clock, Cronus, and we've almost played a whole another game and a big one there for Patrick. Keeps him unscathed.
Crouton, a good dunk here. Bramble, he's got a low boost. Wilds is up to meet Ebb. Patrick and Crouton both have plenty boost. Good 50 from Patrick. Bramble's out of the picture for a moment. He's been the defensive leader in this game right now with 7 saves. Approaching the 5-minute mark here in OT. Patrick has the catch. Buki pre-jumping him. Patrick, does he have any more? Will find a nice 55 minutes. We've played 10 minutes of Rocket League here in this one. Buki off the backboard. Is there a double? No, no one was up close as second. Bramble will get the boost, still trying to stay as close to this play as he can.
Wilds on target, good. The Red Raiders, after 5 minutes 15 seconds, get to Game 4.
That's a big double commit in the corner. It left Patrick defenseless in net, and Wilds a great job taking full advantage. Got the first touch, delayed the flip, slots it top left to keep this series going.
And after 5 minutes, Jesus, finally, we get a goal.
Look at the stats. Oh, my word. Bramble, well deserving of the MVP there. Got 1 goal on 2 shots, had the assist to Wild, 7 saves, and Ebb went 1 for 10. Oh my goodness.
His 1 goal almost made the difference.
It did indeed. Unfortunately, 9 shots. Wasn't quite able to do it. Texas Tech having 12 to their name. They had twice as many saves as they did shots in that game, and somehow they still escaped with a win.
Well, on to Game 4. And the Red Raiders now looking to get to Game 5 and put themselves in a situation where they could reverse sweep Arizona State to open things up 1-0 in conference play.
And, you know, they got to be riding high after that OT victory. I mean, over 5 minutes of overtime is insane. You get the win. You clutch that one up. Now you need two more. Patrick shot off target, ball from Ebb, saved by Buki. Bramble off the backboard, not going to have a crouton. Back pass over to Patrick. Will cut off Ebb, a little bit awkward there. Buki goes up to Bramble. We are seeing Arizona State looking a little bit frazzled.
Well, I just got a result. Maryland 3-2 final over Oregon in week 1. The Terps are 1-0 in a Big Ten play. After a Game 5 scare with Oregon, they had 2 Game 5 L's from the night. 4:15 though to go here in Game 4.
I got to be honest, that is not the result I expected Maryland to get the win, but the Ducks taking them to 5 is a bit crazy.
Yeah, another result. Elon did get swept by Drexel. All 3 games decided by 1 goal.
That's pretty crazy as well. I mean, a sweep is a sweep, but Elon staying in it with the Dragons is pretty crazy as well. I mean, ultimately we're seeing the results we expected, but I mean, some of these teams having some scares is it pretty insane in that, and it's just week 1 of conference play.
That it is. I mean, it's week 1. As 3:28 to go here in game number 4. Texas Tech trying to get this game back to level in this series. And again, it's week 1 of conference play, man. There's still a long season ahead of these programs, and again, 185 teams trying to vie for a championship bid. And Evan Dunk finds the first of the night.
I mean, we've seen Ebb as the guy who likes to take shots, and now just a quick 1v3. Buki nowhere to go. Ebb all over him. Makes it 1-0 for the Sun Devils. And Texas Tech, they know it's going to be hard to keep this series going. They did it once. We'll see if they can do it again.
3:07 to go here in game number 4. The Red Raiders needing to strike soon to get this game back to levels. ASU on top early. Still 3 minutes though left to go. Don't panic if you're a Red Raider fan.
Yeah, there's still lots of time for them to get right back into. That defense needs to stand tall. And again, I think we just need to see the frequency of the offense step up a little bit more. Crouton looking for a ground pitch over to Ebb. A little bit of awkwardness up front as Patrick. A little bit awkward here. We'll let Crouton give it over to Ebb far side. Half this game left to go. Officially reaching halftime. Backfield demo from Wilds. Getting turned on target fast enough. Gets a good first touch, but it will be batted away by Crouton.
Half the game gone. A chance on a one-on-one. Bramble able to find this save. Tech in trouble here, though. Up pressure for the Red Raider defense to hold the line for now. 2:15 to play. The Red Raiders hold for the current time being 2-minute warning. But a fast break for Patrick. It's a 2-0 lead.
And again, Texas Tech just getting a little bit too overzealous here. Bramble, bit of an awkward touch as Wilds was there to help him out. Had plenty of boosts to work with. Unfortunately, just a little bit too close for comfort. And Patrick took full advantage back down the other way. 2-0 Arizona State. Still 2 minutes and change left here in game number 4 as Ebb, good 50, takes out 2. Wilds catches the defense out, and the lead is split in half.
Well, they needed that one. 157, they get a fast response too. They saved plenty of time for the second one. It's just under 2 minutes to play in Game 4. Game 5, not really all that far to the horizon right now.
It is not. I mean, Texas Tech, they've been doing a good job adapting. You know, we talked about that we didn't see a lot of it in game 1. We saw a little bit more in game 2, and then in game 3 is where we really saw them kind of flip that switch, and we're able to take that third game to keep this series going. Now here in game number 4, similarly, we've seen some better adaptations. We've seen some good looks, but there's still work that needs to be done.
Patrick off the ceiling has help from Evan. Again, last game, Ed went 1 for 10 in the shot category, so trying to make himself a better efficient shooter here in game 4. But again, so a long way to go. 80 seconds, big demo there, relieves a lot of pressure off the ASU defense on the goal line.
It looked like there's just a little bit of awkwardness down low now. Patrick full rain here. Buki up to meet him. Low reset. It didn't look like he got it. Bramble booming clear will find Crouton up into the ceiling. Wilds there to challenge him as well. We are seeing Texas Tech, their defense answering well as Ebb 50s his own teammate. Still will find the clear far side. And into the final minute we go. Texas Tech still looking for another, maybe a big mistake here as the defense crumbling. Now Patrick bumping Crouton. There's no shot on.
45 seconds left to play here to close regulation. This clock becoming a huge factor for the Red Raider offense. They've been pretty much quiet for the majority of this game after the second ASU goal, but maybe something here. They can't even get past the first defender. Finally, though, is Patrick able to commit. He gives a quick 2-on-3 here, a chance in front, but the save is made.
Buki sealing Bramble there. No contact on the shot. Buki trying to stay on it. No contact there as well. Final seconds. Texas Tech may have just let their final offensive chance slip.
Patrick left alone here. Texas Tech has to bounce. They couldn't do it there, though. Maybe an opportunity for a double. Is someone there? The shot is there, but it's turned away. Maybe one last effort on 0 seconds.
They need to keep it alive, go the full length of the field. Patrick is there, looking to kill it. That he does. Arizona State will take it in 4, but ultimately a great fight from the Red Raiders. They got the overtime victory, and what an overtime it was. I think that's the most positive note they've got here going out. They competed well with the Sun Devils. It was a solid fight.
Solid fight indeed, and they're going to move on to 1-0. In the Big 12 play, we'll see the Arizona State Sun Devils back in action tomorrow night with Utah as well. They'll play Houston and ASU tomorrow. For Utah, we'll see how the Utes kick off Big 12 play tomorrow. But join us. We had a 2-hour broadcast tonight. It was fun. We saw a sweep for Middle Tennessee State and Arizona State. 3-1. Your camera also just cut off, but it's been Nation. Join us on tonight's show. We'll see y'all tomorrow.